from my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me? Anything you want for me to explain for you to understand? Then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I see.
When they call you in the net now.
When the man call me in the net.
Yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
He told the message, you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want you tea to carry to
the message, you want to give you what?
Tea. Have milk tea.
Oh, milk tea?
Yeah.
For you to drink?
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of real bread.
With egg inside?
With egg inside, my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say, carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then he will come back to the car.
So the food make you now, you carry that so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say, thank you. I say, okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
And the same man you going to now?
Yeah, the same man.
And the man tell you say, want for you to go steal?
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say, clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In the Jeep?
In the Jeep. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep?
Yeah. Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people that can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, can I say when I move from here, I'll free? Can I say when I move from here, I'll free? You said one talk again. I wanted to mean who talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, looking, then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm going to talk again. And said they call me to the office, I go explain.
I think you explain to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting very. You say ask me too much question. Hey, there's me things say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry.
See, Adi, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
to explain. Okay.
Despite of the many challenges in Liberia, poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment, the question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Dario Dela, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah, I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Boakai, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? answer these questions plus many more, John K.O.K. and Princess Elessa Vante Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9. Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, what happened of capital beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
There's part of the many challenges in Liberia: poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment. The question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Darius Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah, I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Walker, and his men to try to have a country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, John K.O.K. and Princess Elessa Vante Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero on your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest assured your kids can't go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping people, breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we're not seeing changes. Promises you made, you and your rescue team. We're not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. You wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing. You wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. Party they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama.
Okay. Welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the Tuesday's edition.
You wish haunting. Now on the top of the
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
You wish haunting.
Wherever you are, however, all of you are joining the conversation. This is the People's Radio on 87.9. There are too many things to talk about on today's edition.
I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue?
We have a lot more of the issues to talk about.
What they want, then you say you give the rescue.
The Liberian Senate, the Honorable Liberian Senate, is poised to look into the salary harmonization situation to see if it can be undone. They're trying to undo the salary harmonization. Is it going to be possible? Can that be adequately done? We're going to be looking into that conversation as well. We're going to be looking deeply into it.
You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering.
More to that.
You wish haunting.
There are too many issues concerning the level of rape and other domestic violence across the country. Liberians are becoming so restless.
You not give him the people what they want.
Especially when the issue of sodomy is becoming a new normal in our country. And so too many things happening around the corner. I'm told the Liberian government will be shipping the first batch of yellow machines to the country on the 20th of this month, and the machines are expected to arrive in the country by March of this year. With different account on today, it has been said that UBA Bank instead of EcoBank that was initially mentioned by President Boyka, will then form part of these identical operations with some financing and some leverage given to the Liberian government. There are too many things happening to this country. But as a platform that is interested in moving this country forward, we're going to continue with our objective analysis about the issues because we love this country so very well. And regardless of our political beliefs and our political ideology, we see Liberia bigger than all of these political parties combined. Whether it is the CDC, the Unity Party, whether it is the ANC, the Liberty Party, Liberia is bigger than all of these political institutions. And so whenever we come behind these microphones, it's about ensuring that your country, our country, the Republic of Liberia, will be under a leadership that will govern the country in the interest of the people. And so there are too many things we'll talk about today. Plenty things we'll talk about. And so the bill before the Liberian Senate, I'm told, are being prepped by the legislature to ensure that the local ports of our country, that the local seaports will have some independence. These local seaports will be owned and operated by the counties with a regulatory body. I think that should be the amendment. We're going to give our own personal opinion on the surface about the matter without going into detail, without detailing the different provisions of the act, or better still, the bill seeking to have the autonomy given to these local seaports across the country. We will intend to give our own on the surface, input towards this matter. For me, I think it is a wonderful thing if all of these seaports will have their own autonomy. Oh yes. If these seaports can be given independence, no managing director of the National Port Authority in Monrovia should sit down and want to control what happens to the port of Harper. Oh no. Let the people of Harper be able to control what happens at the port of Harper. Let the people of Grand Bassa control what happens to the port of Buchanan. Let the people of Sino, decide what happens at the port of Sino in Greenville. All of these plus many others will form the basis of today's presentation on 87.9. And so on today's edition, Stanley Nangwit has been doing very well, giving you money on the platform. There are too many of you folks who will be winning some money. And so we're going to continue with that path. Keep playing *255 *1#. It is just $50 Liberian. With $50 Liberian, you stand a chance to win $5,000. There could be some winners who will be walking away with $10,000. There's going to be $15,000 and so forth. But until then, have yourself a wonderful time. Let's take a break. Bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia. And later on, we're going to be transitioning to the different political conversations on 87.9. I just want to ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. I will have drama. I leave you all sama.
What's on report? Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, all right. So welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. It is a whole challenging thing to do the show sometimes, and so today is one of those days. But we are back, regardless of whatever the issues are. We are committed to ensuring that your show is brought to you. You know, your show is brought to you. All of the information you need will be presented to you uncensored. Without being diluted. We're going to give you the raw facts. The point is, the nation will perish when the truth is hidden. The nation will perish when objectivity is suppressed. The nation will not make progress when all of what you will hear will be praise and worship. The real truth, the honest truth will not survive. And that in itself can run the country into ruins, and progress will be far-fetched. And so for those of us, especially most of us, for those of us who believe in this country, for those of us who believe in this country so very well, we think it is important. We think it is important to always stand on the side of the truth and nothing else. And so with this in mind, there are too many things we'll talk about today. The port, the seaport, the local ports. There is a plan to have the local ports given autonomy. And we're going to talk about that. Let me take this quick break and be right back. Let me take this quick break and be right back.
From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Okay, so welcome. Sorry about it. Sorry about the break in. But like I said, the government of Liberia is for all of us. When they say the government in the context of Liberia, it is not Unity Party. It is not CDC. And you can think of all the other political parties. When they say the government of Liberia, they are saying the Republic of Liberia. And we are all part of the Republic of Liberia. I mean, those of us who are citizens of Liberia. currently, as we speak, the National Port Authority is the mother organization for all of the seaports in this country. The current law says the NPA managing director, in line with the board of the National Port Authority, and of course they will have to consult the president now. You know, that one behind the scene, or whatever the case is, will always determine who becomes the port manager for the port of, Buchanan, the port of Greenville, the port, and all of these small ports will be making report to Monrovia, to the managing director of the National Port Authority. And it also has to do with finances. That just small portion of the money they can generate to Buchanan, the one they can generate to Greenville, and the one they can generate in Harper. That just small portion of the money they can generate in those counties that can come to, that can be used for the port operation in those counties. While the rest of the other money can go to NPA account. Then NPA can be responsible for the salary for all the other people there and so forth. So they are just subsidiary, operations. There is a discussion currently that is on the way to the president. Initially, the president vetoed it. President Bouaka vetoed that particular NPA, that port bill. The president vetoed it. He said no. There is a need that something be done to it before you will sign it. President Bouaka vetoed that particular piece of document. And I'm told the document is also on the way back to the president for the same action that was vetoed. For the president to have it signed so that these smaller ports will have their independence. I see a lot of people fighting the situation on Facebook. The NPA managing director Sekou Dougle wrote a biblical, or how you call this thing, a biblical verse, a verse from the Bible. I think 2 Corinthians something. How people then planning this, you will still survive, all that kind of biblical things. But the truth of the matter is, the idea of wanting to have these local ports to be independent in their operations is good. Only those who have been surviving, from suppressing these smaller ports will complain about what is being proposed by those who are proposing it. I don't know who put in it from the Senate. In all fairness, I haven't been able to do a lot of research about it. And that's why these initial comments I'm making are comments being made from the surface. The port of Buchanan in Grand Bassa County should be operated by the managing director of the port of Buchanan. The MD there make appropriations for her yearly costs, which will include the operational costs and salary and every other stuff, run the affairs of the port, and do projects in Buchanan. There should be a manager of the port of Monrovia. The free port of Monrovia should have a manager. I'm told there is a manager there, but that role is how you call this thing? The managing director of the NPA can overshadow the role of the port manager of the port of Monrovia. The port of Monrovia should have her manager to run the day-to-day affairs of the port. And money generated from the Port of Monrovia should be used to cater to employees, staffers, and the rest of the contractors of the Port of Monrovia. Same be done with the Port of Buchanan, similar thing with the Port of Greenville and the Port of Harper. The team Harper generated, what Harper will make. The team Moria generated, what Moria must spend. When you do this, and that's why I say I'm gonna grab the document, the entire piece of paper. I'm gonna contact some of my friends who are senators at the Senate to get the particular document they're working on, so that we can read it and make subsequent, recommendations. But without looking at that document, here is my raw assessment, my raw opinion about what I think that particular idea should be about. The last time we sat down in this country, the party took the Freeport of Monrovia and gave it to APN Terminals to run for 25 years, and they extended it. Because of that decision, $500 car what people can buy in New Jersey, then they spend $600 to ship it to Monrovia, to clear it. They got to pay up to $1,000 to $3,000 before the car can also. That 500 car what they bought in New Jersey, you got to buy that $500 car in Monrovia for $6,500. Now, why Togo, Ghana, other countries, that's why those countries vehicles are cheaper. Shipping costs cheaper to those places. And because all of the ports are under the supervision of one managing director of the National Port Authority, and so it becomes difficult for these smaller ports to be utilized because they fall under the MPA. So when APN Terminal or CTN, all these funny companies in the fence, when they get MPA systems, MPA will now start using small aid to pay workers. So at the end of the day, you have these ports that are supposed to be generating billions of dollars for the country. They are sitting quietly when they're supposed to be the gateway to the economy of each of those counties. What do we say in Monrovia? We say the Freeport of Monrovia is the gateway to the nation's economy. And now we can say, yeah, granted, the port of Bassa should be the gateway to the economy of Bassa. The port of Greenville should be the gateway to the economy of Sino. The port of Harper should be the gateway to the economy of Harper, of Maryland County. So I don't know why people are fighting the whole bill. I don't know why people are fighting it. I'm going to look it up, like I said, and that's why I'm putting up the disclaimer. I'm going to look it up further. I'm going to look at the bill to know all of the technical details in it, so that we can have an informed decision, thereafter. But until then, my understanding, my, own assessment prior to looking at the document is that the idea on the surface, the idea is good, is brilliant. Let the Freeport of Monrovia be managed by the Monrovia Port Manager. So if we say we get National Port Authority, NPA, let find some kind of building in our same fence. Okay, fine. The NPA headquarters there. Apart from that NPA headquarters, let's have another building in that same fence that will be the port manager or the headquarters of the Port of Monrovia. There should be then our whole NPA building now will be housing the regulatory authority. So if we still use the NPA as the regulatory authority over the different ports, granted. But these ports should be able to raise their own money, generate their own money, and operate for themselves. Like you see in Monrovia, in this country, from the energy sector, we have LEC. That's into distribution and transmission, distribution of current, all that blah blah blah. LEC in charge of it. Then we have the Liberia Energy Regulatory Authority, LERC. It should be commissioned or so. Yeah, it should be commissioned. One of my big brother, what's his name? from Maryland, man. What is his name? From Liberty Party. Edward Katume. So everything LEC then doing, it will have another company that will come here and be doing the same thing LEC doing. Their entire job is to just regulate LEC and other, whether that Jungle Power or the other power. Their job is to regulate what they do, how much they're selling, the kilowatts, what kind of generating. The Energy Regulatory Commission responsibility is to supervise the sector. Now, NPA on a job will just be there, to have some monitoring and evaluation, role to play over the different reports. But the NPA will not control the people's money. NPA will not put a one account. Say when you exporting log from Sino, you must deposit in NPA general account instead of the port of Greenville account. That's not what that's not what we want. Let the different ports have their own their own localized financial system. So whatever they pay to Sino, it leaves in Sino. So if it means there should be some percentage given to whatever the case is, paid to government, let it be done. Let it be done. But the idea is that this will start to open up the country. It will start to boost economic growth. You see APN Terminal sitting right here holding us? They're keeping the port of Monrovia under hostage, economic hostage. That's what I would say. They sound some kind of document. Joe Biden and President Sali, they were in the country. They signed some kind of document, gave the port of Monrovia to APN Terminal that make it very expensive. The port of Monrovia is one of the expensive ports you can find in Africa. To ship common people making it to that port, you gotta cry. People who importing in the country know what I'm talking about. And the reason why, the situation is still the way it is because we are not utilizing the other ports. Because for some other reason, the seaport power has been centralized. One group of people sit in Monrovia and decide what will happen. So instead of revolutionizing the port of, how you call this thing, Bassa, so that the port of Bassa will be able to receive BB vessels, they will not do it because they know there is a centralized system. There is a whole clique tendency. There is a whole cohort, and they're doing some kind of funding financial impropriety in our place, so they will not want to give the power to the other smaller ports. I said no. I don't know why President Biden rejected that particular, bill initially, but we are asking President Joe Biden to sign it. We can do all of the other amendments, when the need arises, but at the level where we are, we need those ports to be given their independence. Let the port generate their own resources and pay their own staff. If the manager of a particular port will not be able to run the affairs of that port in such a way that he'll be able to pay people and other stuff, he can be dismissed. We got so much potential in this country. So much potential in this country. Plenty. That thing APN Terminal to Freeport of Monrovia. And the other port in where given their autonomy and allowed to operate independently, you know what would have happened? So if vessels are not going to be coming more, they'll be charging them Wablo to empty their container. No. So when the boats will be going to Harper to go put goods down. So when the vessel will be stopping to Greenville to put goods down. So when the vessel will be stopping to the Bassa to put their goods down. And then when Joe Biden and President Sali be sitting there with the APN Terminal in Monrovia, we're charging people Wablo. And that's why Liberia is expensive. That's why Liberia is very expensive. Go have a steel raw in Monrovia and have a steel raw in Ghana. Ask for steel raw in Monrovia and ask for steel raw in Guinea, in Sierra Leone. The country is expensive because we took the whole port, we centralized the port, get all of the authority to one managing director in Monrovia who in Kohuwe, the CTN, the MedTech, the all kind of tech, all the funny money eating entities. When you decentralize the activities of the seaports of our country, you get Grand Pastor kind of will look and say, look, you know why? We want to bring KOK tracking firm to manage, you know, how you call this thing, shipment. Grand Pastor Paul will decide what they want to do. If they make it so expensive, they better not pop out there and go to Greenville and go dock to Greenville. So at the end of the day, there is going to be competition. So like some people in Monrovia, there are some people in Monrovia who know people in Japan who got rice. They in Japan, they got rice, and the rice what they get boats, they get ship that can bring the rice. Maybe the port of Bassa will reduce that tariff, maybe 30% lower than what the port of Monrovia offering. The main Japan will not kind of the port of Monrovia. What the men will do? They may go to Bassa and dock in Bassa. If the man dock in Bassa, when you not pay plenty money to dock in Bassa, the man sell a good fast and he will sell his rice cheaper than what it's been sold in Monrovia. Indirectly, you are creating a situation where trade and commerce in the country will start to boom. That's why the concept, the team will be decentralized. It must sit right in Monrovia. It is intended to protect APN terminal due. It's intended to protect the wicked and 419 MedTech, CTN, all that funny deal they got in the port. Pre-shipment inspection, pre-shipment they want, all the things they're intended to have it done. We can run the country. I mean, how do we expect this country to be better off if the things are supposed to give us money in this country, we are playing blind eye to it because 1, 2, 3 individuals are milking the country, milking millions of dollars out of the country. And because the thing, when you decentralize it, when you take out all of these bottlenecks stuff from around it, they will become broke. The job will become unattractive to them, and so they want us to remain to where we are. No, we're not going to do it. I saw Sekou Dukle on Facebook writing, scriptures. You go in the Bible and take scripture there and say reading because people pressing for the post to be decentralized. No, it's not about you, Sekou Dukle. It's about the country. It's about the country. We can continue to have the seaports of our country centralized. We can continue to have it. If the poor manager in Harbour want to do something, the manager in Morel will call, hey, my man, you got to stop. Don't do that. No. A bullcrap. We don't have to run through all of those things anymore. The country got so much potential to make money. Now, let me tell you something. Let me say this to you. When you give the authority for the port of Harper to become independent, that's why I say I will look at the law. But whatever the appointment procedures will be, whether the president will appoint the manager of the port of Harper, we should be in line with the board. Whatever the case is, all of their operation was stationed in Harper. You know what can happen right there? You know what can happen? You know what can happen right there? People will start shipping their logs and other things from Harper to go to other places. There are some international people who can bring goods to the country. Like when you look at the map, excuse me, when you look at the map, there are some countries that can be bringing goods to Monrovia. But you know what can happen? Most of the men can power the port of Harper, they power the port of Sino, they power the port of Greenville, they power the port of Buchanan to come where in Monrovia. When the man could just bring a goods from Ghana or Togo or how you call this place from Ghana or Togo, and just can put it to Harper. The man could just choose to bring a goods from Ghana or Togo and just put it to Harper. Maybe the guy he got his business in Monrovia, where he's going to supply fuel oil and other things all across the country. Maybe he's supplying fuel and other petroleum products to Southeast. And he importing fuel from Nigeria or other places. Instead of that man passing from all the ports to come to Monrovia, the man could choose to go right to Harper where built will be two tankers, oil tankers. He built two oil tankers during his administration at the port. He built two oil tankers at the port of Harper. The man could decide to go and dump a few in the BB stuff at the port of Harper there and start supplying fuel to River G, Grand G there, Sino, Grand Crew. He could choose to do it right there. That's it, man. We even supply places that taboo. Jamadioke and other neighboring Ivorian towns. This way, the economy in Harper will start to boom. So every little boy who is going to grow up in Harper will not have to want to come to Monrovia before he find a job. Once the money where Harper put generating can remain there, that money will be getting plenty. And the way the money will start getting plenty is going to be determined by the kind of services the port will be rendering. And the services the port will be rendering will be as a result of the kind of people who are doing the job. So there will be more skills needed, more manpower needed to get job effectively and efficiently done. In doing so, that job creation you're talking about, whenever you have job creation, the local business will start to boom. When the local businesses start to boom, a beautiful place that happened, the people will start making use of the hospitality industry, tourism. They will start developing the beaches in Harper, developing other structures in Harper. In doing so, those development will start to attract tourists to go to Harper, and that's how the country economy can grow. It can grow in a month. It can grow in a month. It can grow to say, oh, RS agenda, government will succeed. RS agenda. No. These things can happen by common sense and not greediness. The reason Sekou Dukle and other people pushing against that thing is because they believe that when you take the authority from a centralized perspective and decentralize it, it's going to put them out of touch. Because before, one managing director can sit on the free port of Monrovia, where the MPA headquarters is, and just take a telephone and call the manager of the port of Greenville. My man, excuse me, how more y'all get that, Nana? Is it OT you get? We get 30,000, send 20,000 more. Send 20,000 more, go. That 20,000 come more. What are you doing good thing with you? He ain't doing good thing with you. Nobody know. But it don't mean that in Harper, the men get their own bowl, they get their own operation, they determine, they get their own budget. Oh, what do we do? Oh, this year, the port of Harper will be renovating. We'll be renovating Kipama High School. We'll be renovating Pluba High School. We'll be building this. We'll be building that. We'll be doing this. And that's how these things are done. That's how these things are done. In the absence of decentralizing the ports, we'll just be running the country a funny way. We'll be running the country a funny way. You see that? We'll be running the country a funny way. Right here. APN just grab the whole place right here. Now they said that law, the other ship, they can go to Buchanan. That because APN terminal got DA, that why MPA then he won't focus on opening the other ports. And it should not be. But right, the port of Bassa should be extended. Open it. Where big vessels will be able to land. Open it. Where big vessels will be able to land. We'll be able to dock, rather. I beg your pardon. What big vessel will be able to dock. When the big vessels start to berth at the port of Bassa, it's going to give sufficient opportunity to the people of Bassa in terms of business and stuff. But we can't keep everything. Yeah. I make it when the MPA managing director, you're looking at Gore. You're looking at Gore. Because you said Monrovia Port under your control. And Monrovia Port got all the benefit. So the smaller port that's supposed to be on their own to be generating that small thing there, you stop it. Now let me just say this to you in simple terms. And we can say down here, we say, oh, Oh, no farm to market role. The people made their businesses. They grow their crop. The crop can to do this and that. It's just simple. The only reason why it ain't happening that because we have been having a diabolical system here in Montreal called centralized system. You know how many small companies there in Brazil, in different places that won't come out in the Cassava? You know how many companies in China that got used for the African cassava? You know how many companies got used for African cassava? Cassava grown on the African soil. You know how many companies wanted to feed flour and other things and other products? But you only got one centralized Freeport of Monrovia now where got all the bureaucracy. And the MPA men in Kohu with the APN terminal men and the MedTech and all the other funny tech. So at the end of the day, if the man in Harper one extend the mail tell you, hey, you don't allow students of vessel or students of tonnage again to birth at your port. You try again, I'll recommend your dismissal. I'll tell the board to sack because the managing director of the MPA is the secretary of the board of MPA. And whenever the board meets, it is the secretary general who is the MD who can provide the board meeting fees. So the board members are scared of the MD. In general, they got approval power, but the approval power, most of the approval powers are always triggered by watching the MD can put in the envelope. So the MD call a board meeting. So now the first thing that can happen, the envelope can go around to all the board members. All board members go. So when you do you know, I want you give me the approval for me to sack the other man, for me to sack the controller, for me to sack the HR. They say, oh no, go ahead. The board red resolution. He the SC that takes a red resolution. That's only why you didn't bring it from a COS where if the COF in the writing, he presented that that resolution here is a real board member son. They go back. And so it has been a serious setback to the operation of the port. So we want all I want. Cancel all that thing. Now you go sit down in one small room as the managing director of the country, of the port, sit down there, and your only thing you should do when Hapop said they improving on their storage facility, when they say they're doing dredging, MPA monitoring and evaluation people from the particular department on dredging and other things will go there and see whether the dredging that they are doing is in compliance with the standard protocol and everything. And they say, okay, that hey, when not to do this, say no, man, no, don't do this. Don't use that kind of cement. Don't use that kind of machine. It's not up to standard. That's all they must be doing when they finish the brain aside by Morel. When they finish the brain aside by Morel. And let people be in Harper to extend their port. Let people be in Buchanan to extend their port. These guys are stealing bunch of money here in Monrovia, ain't doing bull crap with it, conniving with the foreign companies that are suppressing the businesses in our country. I dare you, when you decentralize the ports, APM terminal will not get no interest in the country anymore. They'll pack out. Because you know what? Most of the business people, they will be bringing a goods through Buchanan. They'll be bringing a goods through Sino. They'll be bringing a goods through Harper. Who want to be bringing a goods to a port where before your one container come from inside, you will pay money for nonsense, you pay money for food in there, you pay money for laughing, you pay money for fainting, you pay money for eating, you pay money. Oh, you're paying money before the whole container come outside now, you finish. Now what the thing is expensive in Montreal because when the man finish suffering from the other foreign company were doing inspection, to the other nonsense company were doing inspection, the other Fitija company were doing inspection, when the man finish with all that thing come outside, the man want his money where he used to buy the container, the money he used to ship the container, the food money he pay in the fence, then the money he buy the goods, then he needs profit. Because nobody making business for charity, he needs profit. So at the end of the day, you the labyrinth that you're making it, that you're paying for all the how they can call this to pay the fee, that you're paying for it. When you decentralize the ports, these importers will have options. Oh, the importer will have options. Man, you know what? That beach ship what you should bring your rest of Liberia. You don't be using it. You use the middle size ship. Then let it become a Buchanan. Buchanan gets good tariff policy. Yeah, You'll be decentralizing the thing. Like you see the way LEC looking under the energy sector, LEC looking. Then how you call a jungle power looking? Way back when the Maryland has some a local energy used to call Ando Cheway or something. All the guys are under the supervision of the Liberia Energy Regulatory Commission. They decide how much per kilowatt, how much per day, but yet still the men can do their own small thing to attract their own subscribers. Okay, I'll tell you about the telecommunication industry. LTA sits, they're in the supervisory position. Orange, Lone Star, Lepteco, Comio, Levercell, all the ones who are here. LTA just said now playing the referee role. And only ready can get 2 gigabytes for $1 when they're ready to get 5 gigabytes for $2. When Lusa see it for long and Lusa knows they're playing for using orange data, they won't use that data. What do? They go back to do another thing. But I dare you, when an LTA gonna be, they won't only all LTA will just sit there and say one show. The telecommunication industry not gonna be operating correctly. Decentralize the thing. Let everybody operate their own thing. Just set up a standard that everybody will operate under and leave the rest of it. So Buchanan can decide to say we will take $10 for continuum while Moria taking $20 for continuum. Insert more time and see how many continuum will come to Buchanan and how many continuum will go to Moria. That the local economy will start booming. Just so that the benchmark. Like I said, I will read what the document says. But on the surface, it is a good idea. I don't know if those who are the framers of this idea, whether they got any personal clandestine, intentions. I don't know. But on the surface, just by looking at it, it's good. Do they have clandestine intention behind the submission of this particular paperwork? I do not know. What I do know is that it is a good thing from the surface. Let President Bouaka do everything possible. Let him find some other people to look at all of the technical details, work around it, and give this country the autonomy that we need. I wish this was under President Salif. I mean, she wouldn't have done it anyway. Because she brought APN terminal. I mean, the APN terminal, propaganda going to play. So we're asking President Bouaka, you veto it first. You rejected it first. It's going back to you. Please accept it. Please accept it. What the MD Memorial can do so much to the people that are in the different countries. But the people in the country are literally doing the job by themselves. That the Roberts are giving me that are making me vexed. The people in Harper managing the port by themselves. Likewise, the people in Sino and Basel, they themselves managing the port. How you be managing the port? The MP got one account. When people won't pay the pay inside, all the money came more. Then when they just send small one to the other place and it's just doing salary. No, let them receive their own money in their own account. Let them be under control. Decentralize it. Let everybody have their own stuff. That's how it should be done. I mean, it's almost like the federal system. Liberia is a unitary state, right? Which I know, but the same way how we have different actors and players in different sectors, like the telecommunication sector, the energy sector. Let's do the seaports like that. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. Maybe, and I repeat, maybe if we had a system wherein the Civil Aviation Authority or agency or sector in the country, would have had that same decentralized policy, maybe by the time most of the small airstrips around the country now turn to international airports. Maybe it's not happening. But let's start with the port. The free port, when you wake up, Managing director cost him and get a $4,000 salary. The money that money was supposed to develop these small counties. You hear me? The man managing director of the port of the National Port Authority. The man go say that if I want funding picking main director, give him $4,000 salary. If I want funding leg, give him $4,000 salary. It's because the money too plenty. All the port around the country paying the money to your account, MPA account. And they can't do nothing to the ports. They are not doing any development in the ports. The counties that the ports are set to water in, they are not doing anything in the counties. So how do we not be giving one small guy who can read and read $4,000 salary? How do we not be giving one small piggy who not even understand anything in the country $4,000 salary? Because they are generating money from the country all across the small ports and depriving the counties from development. If you run your port in Harper, you will not pay any director $4,000 in Harper. You will not do that nonsense. You will not do that nonsense. You are, I mean, once it is centralized and once it is decentralized, there will be a salary structure that will commensurate with the environment, and it will boost productivity. It will enhance effectiveness. But you sit on here, you know, grandmaster generates small money. As soon as the meter pass with some money, the INO, they carry, small INO pass, the next thing, MPA manager director come and call the Bassa port manager. My man, excuse me, as the meter pass, carry the thing, he say, yeah, come on there. Why not seeing the like, oh, see, sorry, the system was dying. You got to put it there. If you put it there, quick way, the man running to happen. No. Let the man sit down to do their own thing. They in charge of it. Simple. They in charge of it. Simple. All you need to do now is for them to submit a plan to you. You give them the approval. I mean, you the supervisory arm now. They submit a plan to you. Look it up. Let them implement it. But you cannot be the regulator. Then you are almost that you the same person implementing. No. I mean, we can't keep running the country like that. So I support that decision. I support that decision. Somebody says, oh, Yomli Kanga Lauren won't do that because they want Steve. Okay. Will Yomli remain pro tem forever? No. The port of Bassa. Hey, you careful you were existing before Yomli or even before Yomli even started attending elementary school. Yomli will lead that job. Maybe she will lead that bro. The port of Bassa will still be in existence. It has nothing to do with her. It has nothing to do with whoever, whatever that they loan. It has nothing to do with any of them. Decentralize it. LSC is still here. All the other anti-grab entities still here. The structure will still remain in place to hold them accountable for whatever the case is. The bottom line is their operations will be localized, and they will determine what happens to their operations, what happened to their money. They will spend it there. Unlike what happening today, every small thing that they're collecting is going into one centralized system. When you do that one, that MPOS said the bluffing down there, plenty will start happening. Yeah, plenty will start happening. People say that in the fence there, they ain't doing anything. Nothing they're doing. At the end of the month, you're getting $3,700, $4,000 salary. You're getting rest, you're giving them gasoline, you're giving them all that yama. Because money that's supposed to be developing the other ports across the country, everything coming more, and I have most of the ports are just dirty, deployable. Because you have a system in place where the manager for the port of Bassa, even when you want to pin the port of Bassa or you want to do refurbishing of the port of Bassa, the managing director in Monrovia got to come say, no, you know what, hey, my man, don't spend that money, send the money, don't touch it. So how would these places develop? How would the person develop? Oh, Russell country like bro, we're gonna get one international airport and one international seaport. Okay, then Bassa. After me, that's start doing the thing in Bassa now. Now because the train, because from Nima the train tracking kind of more. Like why after me that using Bassa, and why Bassa port stay operating small more. But we need to change that. Give the power to the local people and let them determine what happens. So I ain't gonna say more on this particular issue. Now the next topic I want to talk about before we go to the lines and go home is the issue of salary harmonization. Look, the government said they want to Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence on yesterday, I think yesterday, mandated the Waste, Means and Finance Committee to look into the possibility of revising the harmonization policy. This is one of the best places I wanted us to go as a country. Let me say this to Madam Pro Tem and let it be very clear. That thing United Party people let doing. When they know they're not prepared to do certain thing, then they start the conversation just to fool the people. That thing you're not try in the country. I'll give you an instance. SKD. They painted the face of SKD. When you go watch game, the first place where you can go where you see the painted it. Don't bother then took the picture and put it all on Facebook. Say the Philippine SKD. Go enter inside SKD fence and say more on the seats. Go behind SKD Stadium. You see the whole building, the more on it. 3 years ago, Zoga was in Pinde. But we now get almost 3 rainy seasons now, so you might expect that more will get on it. So the more than on it. They painted the front face. All around the stadium, stay dirty. Inside the stadium, stay dirty. They hang label, they painted the front face, then they went on Facebook, say they are already they already repainted SKD. Don't try that into harmonization. Don't do it. Don't. Excuse me. Don't try that to harmonization. Because harmonization is not a political policy. You guys survived using harmonization to come to power with the propaganda attached to it. Don't try to do propaganda with harmonization or else you will crumble this country. Senator Pro Tem, you will crumble this country. If you take salary to where President Sadi left it, because don't even attempt to say you will go maybe out of 100 civil servants, you grab 7 of them, you carry the salary back to where President Sadi had it, and the rest of the other people still sit down. They come and say, yeah, we have undone. We were able to undo harmonization. No. When you do that, you'll be angering a lot of people. Plenty of people whose salary you will not touch, they will start getting angry with you more than how they were even angry with President Weah. Don't do politics with it. The CDC government did that to save the country from collapsing economically. An attempt for you to do whatever you want to do from a perspective that will not be holistic. That problem you're bringing in the country. As we speak, I just got a message. That up to now, people from the immigration have not received their pay. And I challenge the Liberian government to say the lie. As we speak, I just got a message. Somebody from the Liberian Immigration Service have not gotten their pay since December. The UL teachers did not receive their pay for Christmas. People from the Ministry of Education, they now receive their pay for Christmas. With the harmonized salary structure that you inherited from President Weah, up to now, immigration officers have yet to receive their pay. Maybe few of them got it, but a good portion of the immigration officers, we challenge the government to deny it. We challenge the government to deny it. So you cannot do politics with they want. Don't try it. Even with the harmonized salary that you have, you are struggling to meet up with salaries for other people. Oh, yes, you are paying other people. But to keep other people's salary, it doesn't show the salary is current. When they say salary is current, everybody who's working for government must pay at the same time. There are some NHS people who talk US, they not get an LD yet. There are some NHS people who talk their LD, they haven't received their US dollars. Harmonization is not politics. But those of us who had the chance to cover the harmonization process, we know what it took. CDC government to be convinced to implement it. It was not an ordinary thing to accept. The government at the time had to accept harmonization because it was the best austerity measure to take. If the government decide to push salary to pre-harmonization status, with the current number of civil servants on the payroll, listen up, with the current number of civil servants on the payroll, to pre-harmonization status, it means the government will be spending somewhere around 75 to 76% of the total revenue on salary. The rest of the country will crumble. And you know why? The country ain't raising money only for salary. In between time, there will be people who will be asking for money to go and repair or how you call renovate some government properties. There will be people who will be asking for money for foreign travel. There will be money for drugs in the hospital. There will be need for money to buy fuel for police vehicles. There will be need for money to buy tear gas or buy gunshot for some of the bullets. And we're already, you know, you can't fire. Oh no, you don't let me talk some covert thing on the radio. You know, there will be all the money we needed to do other things. To service vehicles, to do other things, to procure vehicles. In that scenario, I'm saying if you just take the salary back to pre-harmonization status, meaning every citizen who on the government payroll will be receiving salary based on what President Salif left it at. The entire budget, the revenue component of our budget, we will be having almost 80% of that money going towards just salary. I ain't talking about goods. I ain't talking about services. I ain't talking about what you're going to be saving for the country. I ain't talking about what's supposed to be left in a consolidated account. At the end of the day, you will start running the country into bankruptcy. Don't politicize it. Because we will not appreciate you to do it halfway. That you grab a few group of people, increase their own, and you leave the rest of the people own back. Before you think about undoing harmonization, make sure you are at the level where you are paying all your people on time, where you are servicing all the budget lines on time, and where you are having surplus after your annual operations. And a time for you not to do that, you just want to do another risky politics that will backfire. You had the phone? The guy says since December, people at the immigration ain't received their pay yet. For Christmas, today is January 13th. And this man is telling me that since December, they haven't received their pay from the immigration. So it's a good thing. And that is the reason why we keep asking our people. And you know, one thing I like the fact that today's opposition is not desperate. The ANC quiet, Jere Bobo. CDC quiet, Jere Embasa. ALP in Como. I'm happy that the opposition today, they're not even bothering the government, they're not even protesting, they're not even causing trouble. Unlike you people, when you're in opposition, you politicize everything to the point that you are in the governor's seat and it becomes a problem. When the Yomli Kanga Lawrence get to realize that you needed to go do harmonization because someone talking here and dare you that you're not able to do it, like why you want me to attend to do politics, that's anything you can do politics with. Don't play politics with the people's lives. How about the man hungry that you say the government making progress? That may get mad, okay, you. Somebody hungry, then you tell the man say the government making progress. Somebody ain't pay that rent, then you tell him say the government making progress. Somebody cheering out in school, you tell him government making progress. And I may dumb you and you a teeth to root out your throat and you die at your business, you look for it. There's anything you don't do politics with. There's certain things you don't politicize. It's someone to like a line there your whole year. Once you do not have what it takes to undo harmonization, don't attempt to do it. Else you will anger the rest of the country. Because an attempt to do it, there's a lot, man. See the minister are making $2,700 and will reduce it to $1,800. We're saying about $2,700. Good. Multiply that by all of the other people there who are making $500 and the brother to $350. Those who are making $10,000 and the brother own the $4,000. Do everything, put it back, and see whether you get money to repair road, to rehabilitate road, to see whether you get money to rehabilitate road. See whether you get money to buy fuel off for the hydro. See if you get money to be putting on Joe Baga, or credit card every time you're traveling out of the country. See if you get money to sponsor bulk of the other government projects. You will run the country down. You run the country down. Almost like your salary ain't even strong. But because you say they brought iPhone 17 Pro Max, all you want to do now is to go in your car and open the money where you get there, plus your next month's salary and your other month's salary, and you come out and say, I can go buy iPhone 17 Pro Max. You buy iPhone 17 Pro Max, the phone in your hand, the phone get clear camera, but your cherry not eating. The phone in your hand, the camera clear, but your cherry not in school. It clear, but you get current in your meter. You get clean phone, but no rest to the horse. That's how you want to do the country. Let your neighbors cause noise. Let them bluff you with a camera all day. Once you do not reach the level of buying that iPhone 17 Pro Max, where you get money for your school, your feeding, your home care, and everything, don't do it. You are already the government. You are not campaigning. If you said and allow one or two opposition leaders to put you in achieving what you know you do not have the capacity to achieve, when the country pause, that you will feed it. And not me. In fact, I will be happy. You know why? Because it's going to put you out of power. But I'm not the kind of politicians or the kind of Liberian, citizens who will wish evil for the country because they have a political agenda. No. Real life, you can pay salary in the country for plenty of time. It will increase the poor anger to move out from power soon. But that's not my concern. My concern is don't do anything that will embarrass you. If Burma Kamara could not undo harmonization in year one, what is his name? Augustine Kafua came. This budget is the third budget that the government submitted to the legislature. There was a recap budget, an inherited budget that they ratify, plus the current budget year that is elapsing. That elapsed already. The 1/4 we are operating in, by February, we should be having President Baga to sign the new budget, which will make it the third official budget submitted by the government. Why do you think two different finance ministers that President Baga appointed, why do you think all of them, in their submission of the national budget, why do you think they did not submit a special bill or they did not petition the president to send a particular bill repealing the harmonization policy. Why do you think they did not do it? Because they are not politicians. Because Boma Kamara is not a politician. Because Augustine Kafwan knows 100% that in an attempt to do that, he will crumble the country. There are certain things, just leave it. Attack it when you have the opportunity to do it. I'm happy that the government said they're bringing the yellow machines by March. I'm very happy. Look, I'm not one of those cruel citizens. I'm not going to be so. But you know why? The same thing you did are the same thing your own year. Conflicting accounts. Not doing something the right way. You know? Rushing things to create a point, to prove a point. At the end of the day, you will not do it better. And once it crumbles, the end result will be devastating. To undo harmonization is to bring back close to 40% of funds that were coming to this country through partners from the USAID, from USAID and other people. USAID just closed down. Look at the budget you just submitted. See the budget you just submitted. With the harmonized salary structure still in place. Look at the budget you submitted. What's the space in our budget? Things that are not realistic. Don't attempt to do it just to prove a political point. It will backfire. We're warning you people. When people start protesting in the country for their pay, it will be so disastrous. Before harmonization, people protested in the country for their salary, they could not get it. After harmonization, the government was able to pay people's salary even when they were sleeping in their homes, drinking Amebeta and Moringa Zero. The government was still paying them during COVID when they were not even working. They were drinking Amebeta and Moringa Zero in their houses, locked down. They were still sitting there. Government was paying them because the government has solved the problem confronting pay. Because there was harmonization. When you remove harmonization without the economic activities that should be boosting revenue generation, you are plunging the country into economic chaos. That one, not politics. It will be very, very costly for you to do it. Your technicians have advised you behind the scene, Mr. Kafwan submitted a budget almost 4 different times. They're not even pioneer harmonization to say they're talking about it. It shows that they know what they're doing. Madam Yomni Kanga Lawrence, I understand you want to save face, you want to act like the Senate is very concerned. But hey, these are not some of the political things you go do. You go to Grand Bassa, you see the women there, you say, oh, I will do your market bidding. When the women go there, I say, you're who fat dancing. I'll say hustling again. No, those are not some. I mean, that's some of the political things that you're talking about. They won't put on people's lives. People voted whole government OSA for the harmonization being it. Don't try anything that will make people too terribly angry with you. And I don't know what reason I'm talking. Because when you force this, you will succeed in paying the people for 1 month. I can say this to you for free. You will succeed in paying the people for 1 month. The maximum that 3 months you pay the people for. The 4th month, what you start doing now, you start paying 50 entities this month, 50 entities will wait. Well, why the other 50 entities waiting next month? Then the entity where you left back, month before last, you start paying them. At the end of the day, there will be whole head scatter and the country will be funny. But Joe, we are going to election 2023. People are not taking pay on time in the country between 2018 to 2019, but after harmonization, pay issue became very stable. And that's why today you are enjoying it. You are paying on time because salary payment became stable at the latter part of the Weah administration. Don't allow politics to make you go to an era where you will not be able to pay salary. You already won the election. You stop doing politics. To govern, it doesn't require you politicizing things. We are mandating the Ways, Means, and Finance, this and that. Ways, Means, and Finance, we can't even agree to remove 45,000 from their budget every 3 years. That they don't want to undo harmonization. You start joking with the people live. I'm not going to talk the thing again on the radio. I'm recording myself on the 13th of January, 2026. I'll be here again the day people start protesting for the first salary delay in the country. I'll start saying it. Don't do anything you're not able. I'm going to rest my case on it. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a few calls on the issues on the platform.
Come stop while I be returned to your door. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Come stop while I be real. From the center to interior.
Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all.
Okay, Crime Stoppers Liberia. Okay, so yeah, I heard about the immigration. If there are any entities that ain't get their pay since December yet, any entity ain't get a pay since December, please let me know. My number all over in the country. Your fans something that means to text me your number. If they not pay some of your money, maybe they pay LD and they still left with some of the US, text me, let me know. It did not pay the US and it's still keeping some of your LD, let me know. The government that we get now ain't to owe anybody 1 cent. Because the government no book. The government said they know all the idea. The sense what God was sharing on the earth that only did they alone God get the sense to. So they're not to owe anybody 1 cent. I even shame that people from immigration texting me and telling me harmonization because somebody will dare them. Man, how do you react? You know, how do you do propaganda with governance? Propaganda is for opposition. When you govern with truth. Honesty. But we'll leave it right there and go to the lines. Like I said, let's turn all of our local ports, our local seaports, to the different county structures to operate them. We don't need no MPA managing director to be the Lord and gospel for our ports. So the bill going to President Parker, we want him to honor it. It's our appeal to the president. Honor it. The rest of the technical details can be worked on, but let's honor it. Let's grow the economy in Basso. Let's grow the economy in Buchanan. Let's grow the economy in Greenville and Sino. Let's grow the economy in Harper and Maryland. Maybe in the future we'll start to do one more port in Cape Mount. We could do one in Grand Cru. We could do one in Margibi. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having multiple ports. You raise a lot of money. So small vessel to kind of free port, the boat say again come because it not meet the quality or this and that. So they put no one else to go to other countries on other arrangement. But we'll leave it right there. Let's go to the lines and talk to our people here on 87.9. So 2 of the topics, any of them you are interested in having conversation on, let's go and talk to you. 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are all numbers to join the conversation. To be on 87.9 star 255 star 1 hatch is the code to make some money on the platform. The 4th person, this one. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah. Good afternoon, guy.
Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you.
This is David King, and I join you from my residence. You know, Kai, you could have said it better than what you just said. You know, it is a good thing to carry on decentralization of our key infrastructure such as the port. Because, Kai, my sister-in-law came here 2 years ago. She brought 3 cars in the container with some house material to her house that she built here. And that lady spent $12,000 to the Freeport Monrovia, which did not go down well with her. Okay, and she has some things there she want to bring here, and she asking whether it will be easier to carry to Guinea or Sierra Leone. So people in Liberia are now taking things as supposed to come to Liberia to other neighboring countries that got will carry. And it's all because of APN terminal and the CPN and all of the different bureaucracy they have within that port. And it is just meant, like you said, to put money in other people's pocket and make them richer over the rest of the people. So if the decentralization would not also be a kind of corrupt practice that some senators who from those countries want to have themselves also reach, then it's a good thing. But we all pray for the safe side of it, and we want for it to be done in a transparent way. So the issue of harmonization, you know, Unity Party came to power with lies.
Before you finish, I'm told 735 immigration officers have not been paid for 3 months. And
I got one of them who is my closer friend. I was just joking with him.
And that's
I was just joking with him. I said, I can't use on the immigration money. Say you got there. He said, my man, you know what? I didn't take pay for December. I thought you were joking. So when I heard you just I said, but my brother did not lie to me. So you see, the guys are talking about harmonization, undoing harmonization. They cannot undo it because there's a 12-hour on your show, and he made all of the statement concerning harmonization. So they are now going to the Kima to play politics. You cannot even take care of your staff, your domestic staff, and your house in Grand Bazaar. So you want to tell us you're able to undo harmonization in this place? If you do that, for me, I would love for them to do it, because if they do that, then they will give us the leverage to come back to power, because our people will be very mad at them. And the protest that they took our doorstep, those very people who are protesting against us yesterday, they will protest against it, and that would have protest will be very bad. They cannot do that because you got money. You supposed to having surplus revenue. The last time Jara were bragging about getting 80 to 90% of the needed revenue. Now you have not paid other entities since December. So what are you bragging about? So for me, I would pray that they should do it so we all can face the reality. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, David King. We had to take you for that long because we're addressing some other issues behind the scene. This person, let's say you. How are you, sir?
Yeah, okay. I feel blessed going through this afternoon or this evening.
Thank you. Welcome.
My knee is proper, Bobby.
Go ahead, Bobby.
You know, my brother, I don't want to be favorable for the two major talking points. Let me address the harmonization first. And you make it very clear. This government full of lies, and they always want to cheat on the Liberian people. So we Liberians have to be smart with the tricks that this particular government will feel that they have all the brains have, and that brain is to insult the Liberian people and feel that we are stupid people. So we now need to know that the harmonization, it comes to critical people discussing the harmonization. Nothing the government can do harmonization. So let us take that one off the table. Let us go to the issue. My brother, the CDC said the vision. You know, the CDC brought a kind of vision that this particular people are in power to get thwarted and confuse the Liberian people. The vision was, look, we already have, why is it important in our hand that the multi-million companies. So we could see the Maryland port being upgraded by GVR and MOPP. That make it today, we see Tango at the port there, and they were planning to do even bigger things. Likewise, the Buchanan port. You know, similar vision may roll left counter to Saniquity. You can get a multi-million companies and only most money in your pocket. So, my brother, this regime did not mean well. But I don't blame the regime. I blame with the electors that don't think fine. I don't think well. So, my brother, I just feel blessed that we are going through this evening. And I hope that I will continue to contribute on your talk show. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Thank you very much for your first appearance on the radio. Let's talk to this other person. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Yeah, well, Mr. Kilke.
How are you, ma'am? Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is calling from Prophet Modogono.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I said, I like it. I said, not the immigration, but one call the pastor said, everybody will come together before we move go me. So for all the settled to be this step, and so everybody will come together. One will take phone for power. Yeah, one for you to happy. So I'm not proud of it. Thank you for the show.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Thank you very much. Let's go back and talk to another person. Let's go back and talk to another person. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Good evening, my dear friend. How are you?
We are okay. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Kimia Imamele there. I call you from Lower Makiwi. I'm the executive director for Leading by Integrity.
Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, that's my first time participating in the show. I actually love the videos that you leave and of the analysis that you're making. But you know, one point I struck this, something that really caught my attention is the issue of decentralization. You know, 2018, 2019, I traveled through the entire of Atlanta, Maryland, and the one thing is true. Monrovia is not only Liberia.
That's right.
People need to be decentralized. I can be able to empower all people. And I love being said that any place might just be set. A man reporting by okay, we won't raise 10 million so time. You're the only thing you should have me report to order. So it's simple. And report to million we see achieve. You let me believe I say. The people only care about what we get here, and they are not concerned about decentralizing and even benefiting small report. What you say is true. People in Basa can be able to make their own business. People, not everybody forces to come to Monroe. Everybody can be in the bureau country and do what they're supposed to do, and they just make report because of transparency and honesty. That's all.
That's right.
But you will get one of our ND where in Monrovia, you want to do, you want to do everything.
It's only because they want to steal. They want to keep the money centralized so that they steal it.
Yeah. Look, I was listening to what you say. What will you want the man, somebody from you there, so the man that out of the same man, I'm with them. No. What is you put in the main position for now? You put the main control the day-to-day activities. Just set the benchmark. All the things to bring you are right. If you have put in market, you generate money. You have put in Grand Crew, you generate money. You have put in rural country. Now you're saying, look at the put in Batam for the session of Aslam Midana. You don't even get no ownership or vessel that go in there.
Yep.
So Aslam Midana was in there, what began the port? The port just began dormant.
That's why it is.
Be a managing director should leave for instead of even go Batam for what? You get people running there, people there. The decentralizing, make sure the people are empowered, make sure they have everything that they were supposed to get there. The person can sit there and they generate their own salary.
That's why it is. They generate their own salary. Simple.
Yeah, I really admire the point, but you know, it's true. If I touch me to the center, I have to call. Yeah, I hope that one day that will be able to share. You know, that's why integrity is we come out soon, but someone will make recommendation to the government. The government shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. Because what else are you just sitting on everything? Something behind this.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's go and talk to Ma'am Cece. Go ahead, ma'am. Let's hear you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, but how my brother?
Okay, she's okay, but she's not here today. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. No, okay. I want that our man. I'm gonna put the window. Don't have one boy, have one girl. What they want to school and nothing they get in their brain. I get a lot of what already finished. The political career talking about. Nobody wants to sell a post. Nobody wants to sell a post. You can't post what you brought to buy a post. Are you kidding me? The way you say it, like when you do such a lot, the post generate their own money. You can't able to cut and Morovia and read this and read that. No, we got a lot of posts in Liberia. Maybe got post, Sano got post. Oh, what the post got post? Then they put this such a last end. They put money and sell their own weapons. But they want people here. They want people of Morovia to get all the bad deeds of people of Morovia. All the wicked deeds. And then they see it. So they want to agree. So this is what they post. They want to bring them from. Because they know they see it. Everybody get their own point. Everybody get their own cost from that people of Morovia. So when they fight it, they want to agree. But what I'm going to say, I send him money. Say, yeah, we agree. Why they want to agree with this other apple? Why they want to agree with it? What inside it they see that bar that they want to agree? Okay, we will agree with brother. It should be sentence for the first or 18 years or 100 years. So how much was children? And then when I said when the boy was talking about they were flying, how was they play? They have our boys. They can't do it for one reason. I'm hearing that even the boy at the tree when we were there for the police, immigration, someone and they be saying that yes, they get you to how they play. They pay that.
Okay, thank you, man, Sisi. We leave you right there. And let's take this other person on the line. Go ahead. Let's hear you 1 minute.
Thank you, how you doing, my brother?
We're great. Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you so much. The official spokesperson for the Liberation Right Movement. There's a broad discussion. And let me say things you have so much for your patriotism and nationalistic. Because some of the things that you're doing, other people will pay them for it to provide the idea. See that? But there's an idea that our lawmakers need. This is what we say. Even 2020 now, we want to make sure that you go in our house. See that? Because there's an idea every time. I want to make it in your house. It's all to do. So before we say, are you going to pour on? Now, are you going to know? Are you going to honor their house? But what I want to say is that they're not poor. They're going to say, wow, yeah, now. Because we're talking about the last time, APN terminal, the time was 25 years. On the snow said it was good. But after the first time, it came out and said, oh, there's a bad deal. It might not be the way out of the time. You see, just to put them on the bureau, and then it's all report you people. That's why you're wicked thing that you're doing. You see, when you make a thing possible, you know what happened to the bureau time? All the people, they start getting money on their own. You say, okay, it's time when I get roll. That's getting 20 million or 30 million, that's putting in roll. They put it out with that roll. And when they put that roll, you see, some roll is that moving faster, and the 14, start making money. Still kind of broad team. We are buying things, sponsor everything that goes as sponsor. You know, we only get one for and the managing all over and the one for our budget time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. And I'm going to say it. The folks should not be fighting that put issue. Don't fight it. It is now a Yomli thing. You know, Yomli must say, I don't know her. and I don't even know whether she is connected to that put issue. If it is an idea, good. That's a brilliant one. Very brilliant. And that's why our issues in this country are not personal. In as much as I do not share her political ideology, but I believe 100% that the idea to decentralize the ports of our country, the seaports of our country, is very important, and we should all embrace it. We are calling on President Bouaka to accept it. We're asking President Bouaka to accept it. We cannot centralize the operation of our seaports. In Monrovia, where one managing director will be running behind a small manager there across the country, asking them how much you get. They put pay the money, they put pay the other money, send the money here, send the other money. No. I mean, that's bull crap. You can't keep doing that in the country. We can't. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? Hello. Okay, we leave you right there. I don't know what the guy is saying. I don't know what he is saying. Let's go back to the lines and talk to a lot of people. 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. Hello. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Mustafa Masali, my name.
Go ahead, Masali. Let's hear you. Where you join us from?
Joining from the township of Roswell, where we are the second largest import in West Africa.
Okay, the township of Roswell. Go ahead. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, already the decentralization policy, we pray that God says you touch it many hands so they can sign it because it will be good for us. And with this, we know that the country will be able to develop. You see? But you see, the problem, those guys, they will fight it because they know that this is where revenue coming from and they will take it and just share among themselves.
Yep.
So now they will fight it so it cannot be. But we, the citizens, we really got to stand tall and encourage the president, talk with him to make sure that they will be passed. And whosoever proposed it, they did well. Whether this is not about politics, it's about our country. Now, even these people, if you do this, at least you get this part of that bureau, taking to the capital city right now to get near and not even easy because everybody now pushing through because of this one for the development. But whenever it is not functionable according to the way it's supposed to be, there will be no problem. So we pray that these process go on and be good for us, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you from Roswell. Let's leave you and talk to the other person. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
Good evening,
Good evening. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you. I'm
Go ahead, my brother.
I don't know why they want you working. I don't know. Simple thing to handle to follow the country. That was how I was going to be cutting up the lines. Country where example, Maryland County put, happens to the put. If it is a lot of put now, you get a many authority. Do you know that rubber in that country?
Oh, yeah.
Rubber in that country. Okay, use that put to ship our own thing when I talk to you, I went to the carry. That if supply grain blue, they supply with what they supply grain here with food. That's the point why I want to supply. There's no more. The country. And one thing, when I find us, let us open the country to the police and give with the economy. The money are available, get it for the authority. The lawmen are there, they have to extend it to the business training. That's the body to us. The money policy that will generate money for our country. So in the for the major level that we get money for, we got reasonable to get every day. Give our people the authority to manage their own food, and let us step out to our food, and let us get investment in our country, and make investment in our country. Simple come. Why are we giving that people? We seem to be educated people. Simple thing that other people do, other people to develop the country. But because they put there, that they put the use for the car, just they want to collect money. That is the reason why they put up the business national budget, so they want to be the people, so you got one man to control. That yes, I educated people to get one man to control. We're not getting having people educated people to where. You get one educated person today to the carry the people that put, channel put. You need somebody improvement that will come to that point. So that's the guys stress. This other than I know improvement will go on there. They put saying the question away. Won't get go out there. Take you back on.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We leave you right there. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's go and talk to a lot of people on the line. Freedom Hub on 87.9. Keep playing the cash giveaway. Star 255 star 1 hatch. Standard B Nangwe will come here to pay some additional money. My name is Kind. Like I said, this country is going through a lot. And it is very important that all of us, I repeat, all of us, all in the country, it's important that all of us put our hands together. The president will have to look into this decentralization policy about the seaports of our country. There should be no reason why the folks at the MPA and other greedy people around the president will want to subvert or suppress this identical bill. Let decentralize the ports. They put in Basel generate what they want to generate and just pay the regulatory fees and whatever. Yeah, that's all. Whatever it's going to do, whatever the case is, but no, the Basel will not pay the money in MPA account. Simple. The Standard will not pay the money in MPA account. The Maryland Post should not pay the money in MPA account. Let them pay their own money and pay when I fees, let them pay. The rest of the money remain in their account, let them develop their place. That they plenty of money where they can be sending the Memorial to the National Port Authority. That they plenty of money where they can be sending the wire. And I say in the one in Kuluka, so the people want to send it quick. They plenty of money they can send from Apple, send it from Sando, send it from Buchanan. That all the money can be sending the managing director then Abo to the Freeport, where when the man wake up, he find one small guy and bring the guy, print the guy, and make the guy one director and get the guy 4,000 salary. Find one fully picking who can't even read good. You find you jump in with one play game, one position, 4,000, 3,007, 2,009. They're funny salary. Because they're collecting the money from Apple, other places, and in the account. So yeah. Then the people who doing the work on the ground, they get funny salary. You're not even paying them good. You're not even fixing the ports. You're not even transforming the port. You're not even doing anything to expand the port. Let's decentralize it. That's our appeal. And we're hoping the President Baga will listen. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead, 1 minute. How are you?
Good.
How are you, sir?
Okay, I'm still on this. I've been for the freeway.
Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you.
Let me press the issue of the NPS terminal. The NPS terminal is something that is carrying in our focus. You watch it. And let's be the process of the brother will not tell us. You see the interest of Waka, that's why he rejected him first. So when I was seeing a thing that you were not going to reject it because you want him and I said you benefited from that. So instead of everything you will not turn out. That's what it. Anything I would have said it would have done. So we get sorry. And instead of harmonization, I'm watching the United Party to check it. I'm getting there. I'm part of getting them to check it. They will never happy in the power because
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's talk to this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Thank you, Khan. This is Thomas and Savo in Afuni from Johnsonville.
Go ahead.
Okay. To say you that I know who is extremely corrupt will never allow that to happen.
What I mean, you can reference the president of being corrupt. What are your reliances?
Khan, I'm telling you, are you aware that Bwaga veto that? Are you aware?
I'm aware, and that's why they're resubmitting it. We are hoping that he will not veto it this time around.
They will resubmit that until they will get tired. That old man is corrupt. Anywhere money is there where that old man interest is. So how many times y'all see Joseph Bwaga putting model and no post and telecommunication? The man get interest to that area, say no good man in there. You see the man like a free post. That's why the man veto if it means for Bwaga to lose a relationship with young people, Bwaga will do it for that post. Bwaga is corrupt. That old man have, if I when it comes to that old man money, but the man is the only old man on planet ever agree for money is too hard. So you can't joke with that old man when it comes to money, but the man have no love for the country. No president in the history of the country or no president in the world will look at that kind of thing and say they're rejecting it. Nowhere. This is just how they post. People are married, if you see every year you send 10 million in the budget or 5 million, 500,000, if they send it, the other one then use it for the county. But you can't get people sending money to Freeport and say, go to look at Queen Johnson for kidding somebody and be paying off 4,000. You look at you come out for saying battle cry and be taking 5,000. What kind of nonsense is that? So that's why they will not allow it.
Okay, we leave you right there. We leave you right there. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Although you could not prove that the president is corrupt. Yep, you could not prove. I know he's building a $10 million property that they are struggling to defend and find identity for. But and still to say extremely corrupt, maybe that's the choice of words. They are your personal opinion. They do not reflect the editorial policy of this noble entity. Let's go back to the lines and talk to the last caller. Who could this person be? Who could this lucky person be? What's the name? Where you join us from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. That food issue, it is Jojo Bwaga Pebush. And this is why Mr. Bwaga you have to Jojo Bwaga.
Hello?
Yeah, Jojo Bwaga is the owner of the people of Monrovia.
No, he's not the owner. How would Jojo Bwaga be the owner of the people of Monrovia? I mean, you already said...
Who recommended Sekou Touré at that position? It is Jojo Bwaga. When Sekou Touré used to see the poor guy bring it through the post, Jojo Bwaga used to be the one to be the partner. All right? And he was putting money in his pocket. So, because of those reasons, he's making the money director of that post. And Open Bwaga, someone did not lie. Someone just told you the fact of the matter. Anywhere that Joseph Bwaga sees money, he never go to bed without getting some.
Okay.
He is extremely corrupt, and this is why corruption is right on his nose. You listen to the NCC. They say they are not satisfied with the judge that presided over the Azla Kamara case due to Azla Kamara relationship with the president. That is to tell you how much of that money that Azla Kamara took and gave to Open Bwaga. The Open is corrupt. The Open told you the $10 million house. He never knew anything about it, as if he didn't know of the construction of that house. He was not going to allow it. At the same time, he went to Lofa and he was inspecting the rooms and the bathroom. You saw it. That's a sheer contradiction. So you don't look at Joseph Bwaga to be a sincere person. They open a lab of integrity, and he do not have integrity. There's a man who took some water and give it to a baby go to get fat so that he can rob the Indian man. This man told you that for his own mouth. So they have you tell you ask someone what is a reliance. You don't know the reliance. What Joe Bwaga is admitted of him being somebody who giving some water to drive baby go to make it fat. Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you very much. We gotta go. We got to go. Pa, we are talking about you're the last person. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The people will not agree. If they terminal that contract is signed, they only come for continue.
but our worship, our everything, you honor them. So they will not agree. I'm telling you the truth. The hardship in their country from 18 terminal. Thank you, boy.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Okay. Until then, until we return here on tomorrow, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time. My name is Kai. Alexa will be here tomorrow, hopefully, for the midweek's edition of the program.